Deep in the big blue ocean, where sunlight dances on the waves, lived a tiny seahorse named Sammy. Sammy had a secret wish. More than anything, he wanted to play with the other sea creatures. He watched the clownfish play tag through the anemones, and the little crabs have races on the sandy floor. But Sammy was very shy. Whenever he thought about joining in, his tiny fins would flutter, and he'd quickly hide behind the swaying purple coral, his heart thumping like a little drum. He thought, "They're all so fast and so loud. I'm just quiet little Sammy." So he'd just watch, imagining what it would be like to laugh and zoom around with them. One afternoon, the ocean, which was usually calm and gentle, started to stir. A huge, dark wave began to form far out at sea. It grew bigger and bigger, rolling towards Sammy's home. The other sea creatures, sensing the change, quickly darted into their safe spots. But Sammy, peeking out from behind his coral, was mesmerized by the power of the water. Before he knew it, the massive wave crashed over him. Whoosh, the world became a swirling, tumbling mix of sand and bubbles. Sammy held on as tight as he could, but the current was too strong. He was tossed and turned, spun around and around, until everything finally settled down. When Sammy opened his eyes, everything looked different. His familiar purple coral home was gone. The friendly clownfish were nowhere to be seen. He was all alone in a part of the ocean he had never seen before, surrounded by strange, tall seaweed that looked like a spooky forest. A little shiver of fear ran down his back. "Where am I?" he whispered to a passing bubble. He felt smaller and shyer than ever. His heart ached for his cozy spot and the familiar sounds of his friends playing nearby. Lost and scared, Sammy didn't know what to do. He curled his tail tightly and wished he had been brave enough to stay with the others. Just as a tear was about to roll from his eye, a cheerful voice called out, "Well, hello there. You look a little lost." Sammy looked up and saw a bright orange starfish with a big, friendly smile. She was sitting comfortably on a smooth grey rock. "I'm Stella," she said, wiggling one of her points in a friendly wave. Sammy, still nervous, mumbled, "I'm Sammy. A big wave brought me here, and I can't find my home." Stella's smile softened. "Don't you worry, little one," she said kindly. "Being lost is scary, but you're not alone now. We'll find your home together." Sammy felt a tiny spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, things would be okay. Stella was a wonderful guide. She knew all the secret paths through the seaweed forest and all the currents that could help a little seahorse along. As they traveled, she pointed out amazing things Sammy had never noticed before: glittering shells, shy pearl oysters, and gardens of glowing sea moss. Stella told him, "You know, Sammy, being brave isn't about being the loudest or the fastest. Courage is just taking one little step and then another, even when you feel scared inside." Sammy thought about her words. He was scared, but he was also swimming through this strange new place. He was following Stella. He was trying. With every little fin kick, Sammy felt a little bit stronger. He started to ask Stella questions about the things they saw. He even swam a little bit ahead of her to peek around a corner. Finally, Stella pointed one of her arms. "Look, does that look familiar?" In the distance, Sammy saw a flash of bright purple. It was his coral. He was so happy, he did a little loop-the-loop in the water. As they got closer, he saw the clownfish and the crabs all looking worried and searching for him, Sammy. They all shouted when they saw him. They swam over, relieved to see he was safe. Sammy, instead of hiding, swam right up to them. He introduced them all to his new friend, Stella the starfish. Then, taking a deep breath, he told them all about his big adventure, the scary wave, the spooky seaweed forest, and how Stella helped him find his way back. The other fish listened, amazed. They hadn't realized shy little Sammy had been on such a journey. From that day on, Sammy wasn't just the shy seahorse who watched from the sidelines. He was Sammy, the brave adventurer. He still wasn't the loudest, but when the clownfish started a game of tag, Sammy didn't hide. He smiled, took a deep breath, and joined right in, his heart thumping not with fear, but with joy. He had learned that the biggest adventures can start with just one small swim. Thank you so much for watching Sammy's story. If you enjoyed his adventure, please give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more wonderful tales from under the sea. See you next time.